Welcome everybody. I have one video here now that I'm going to show you. Depending on what order you model these in, it would be the last video, um, or not. The wheel video. Okay, we want to build this wheel in Fusion. So I'm going to zoom in so I can see it as best I can. And I'm going to make sure I have Fusion open over here. Okay, looks like I have a new workspace ready to go. So again, you're going to want to use this sketch mode, okay, not form mode for this. We're going to do a sketch. We're probably going to, well, let's look at this. There's different ways you could model this. You could model a circle and extrude it and extrude it and extrude it, but you'd have to make a modification in here because of this angle. Remember, extrusions are only like perpendicular to the sketch. So I think a better way to model this wheel is to use the revolve tool. And so what I'm going to do is draw this half of a wheel in sketch mode, put in that center axis, and then revolve this shape around the center axis to end up with this 3D wheel. Okay. Maybe backing up a little bit, let me explain this drawing. This is called a section. A section is a slice through an object. Okay, so this is section AA. This line shows you where the section is taken. It's right in the middle of the wheel, and it's looking that way. So here's section AA, okay, to orient yourself. Anything that's hatched or shaded, this is called hatch, this pattern. Anything that's hatched like that represents that it's solid and it's been sliced through. All right, and what else? This white space in here means that that center part is a hole all the way through. Okay, that line is like the back part of the hole that you're looking at, the edge of this like thickened piece, which is right here. Okay, and as we build it, it'll make some sense. To draw this, we have almost no dimensions on this section, but you have all these diameters here. Now what you have to be careful of is that this is a 4-inch diameter wheel, so from here all the way down to here. That next line is 3 3/4 inch, which is from there down to there. Okay, but the difference between 4 inches and 3 3/4 inches includes both the top half and the bottom half of the wheel. Okay, because remember, it goes from here to there, so you got a little bit down here and a little bit up here. And that little bit up there plus the little bit down there is the difference between these two diameters. So you got to be careful, or you're going to be building these parts like twice as thick. Okay, I'm going to start building this. So I know that this piece right now is 1.5. The middle part is 1.375, so I'll have to fix that as I build it. But 1.5 across, and then I need to know where this line is. That line is this line, which is 1 inch. So from there up to the very top is 4 minus 1, which is 3. But remember, it's really like half of that 3-inch difference is here and half is there. So I think it's 1.5 inches from there to there. And then 1.5 inches from there to there is 3. And then this hole is the other inch, which makes 4. So I'm going to draw a 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch square to start. Okay. And then we'll just kind of construct this. So we're going to do a sketch, pick a plane, and draw just a 1.5 tab, 1.5 enter square. Okay, that's the easy part. Then this is 1.375. This is 1.5, so there's a difference of 0.125. Okay, and then this, maybe I can draw this piece. That's that piece. I'm seeing 1.5, which is a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch there. Okay, remember 1 inch plus a 1/4 inch plus a 1/4 inch equals 1.5 inches. So this is a 1/4 inch, that line right there. So I'm going to come over to here and I'm going to go up 0.25, enter. I'm going to go across and snap it perpendicular to the other side. Okay, and I'm going to just escape a few times and I'm going to delete these dimensions as I go, so I think they're going to get confusing. So far so good. I could draw this just axis of rotation. Okay, I know that that circle is 1 inch, so the halfway to the circle will be a 1/2 inch. So this distance is just a 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to do a random line 0.5 away. Okay, so I'm going to, if you right click, you can repeat the line tool, and I'm going to just do a line like that. And then I'm going to delete that line, delete that. This is just going to be there to rotate my shape. Okay. Let's skinny this up here so I don't forget later. This is 0.125 less than that, but again, it's half on this side, half on that side. I know 0.125 is 1/8, so if I move this line in 1/16 on both sides, I'll be getting there. So I'm going to go from here, I'm going to go in 1/16, enter. Then I can go repeat line, and I can just do a line from here down to there. Okay, and there's my 0.063, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to go line tool, 1/16, enter, and then I want to do another line. So again, you can repeat line if you right click from there down, hit escape a few times, clean it up. Okay, delete that. Then what you can do is you can use, I don't know if I can delete this line. I guess I can, but see this line I can't delete, this little bit of a line. But I can use the trim tool, and I can just trim, clean it all up. Oh, I trimmed the wrong piece over here somewhere. So I'm Command Z. I want to trim that little bit, that bit, and I want to, oh, I think I want to keep that. So I actually don't need those lines, I don't think. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is going to go up, this is going to go in, okay? This is a 1/2 inch. This is 1.5 inches, so that means that we have a 1/2 inch from here and a 1/2 inch from here. Okay, so I'm going to go do a line, and I'm going to go like from here, in, 0.5, enter. Right click, repeat line, from there all the way down, make sure it's perpendicular, and I'll do the same thing again. From here, make sure I'm horizontal, 0.5, enter, repeat line, from there all the way down. I'm going to hit escape a few times. I'm going to just delete my dimensions as I go. I'm going to use my trim and trim that. And now we're starting to get what we want. Okay, next line. The difference between the very top line and the next line is not 0.25, it's half of 0.25, because the other half of the 0.25 is down here. So if I want, I can literally just go from here, and I can make the distance 0.25 divided by 2, enter. 0.125. Okay, then I think it's probably faster to draw a line to there. And now I can delete, trim, delete. Okay, starting to look right. We just have to get this angle here to work. Another difference here again, from there to there, 0.25, which is half of it up here, half of it down there. Okay, that's going to be like this angle bit. And if I go into here, I remember that this is 0.125. So you could take a line from here and go down 0.125, enter. Then you can repeat that line and go from here back up. Okay, then you want to probably delete that. You can delete that. You got to trim that. Okay, and that's getting there. Another way, I wonder if I can do this. Can I pick this dot and move it? I don't know if I can. Move. Okay, look at this. I can move it. 0.125, but that goes up. So see, I could do that. I could go, this is going to go up, so if I click it and I go negative 0.125, no. See, and eventually I'm going to say, forget it. Let's just draw a line. And then I can do another line from that intersection up to there. Okay, take the trim tool and just trim, 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 and I have my wheel like cross section. Okay, I can ignore this warning because I didn't need those constraints anyway. So I'm going to finish my sketch, and then you want to use the tool we haven't used before, the revolve tool. This is used to do many shapes that you can't build in any other way. You can see the example there. They did a cross section through that. Looks like a bearing, and then they told it what the axis was that you revolve around, and you do it. So we're going to do it right now. Okay, it says profile selected, axis needs to be selected. Okay, if I spin it around a different axis, it'll do different things. I'm going to pick this axis, and then you can even change your angle. See, so if I go like 15 degrees, it only revolves it that much. If I go, 90, in this case we want to go 360, and you get a whole wheel. You can even choose other things here. I pretty much do it the way I showed you. So here's my sketch. There's my center point of, or my axis of rotation. 360, hit OK, and there's a beautiful wheel. Okay, if I hit the home view, I can kind of navigate around, make sure it all looks correct. There's a hole all the way through. Notice on side view that it's like skinny, kind of skinny with some foreshortening because of perspective view. Thicker. If I do this view, you can see how the middle part is recessed from the edge. So that's it. There's our wheel. I'm going to save it. Back to my wheel assembly model. And I'm actually going to call it correct, because I think the first time I modeled this, I forgot to recess this middle part. So I'm going to save it in there and delete the other wheel. So see, I've got wheel correct. Once that's done, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to right click and delete it. And then I don't know if I can rename this while it's open. Enter. Oh, I guess I did. It works. Okay, so now it's all ready. So now we have all our parts for our wheel assembly model.